I know these stacks are insanely huge, but I promise you I need all of these books. All right, so let me make sure. There we go. So we're gonna get started here. We're gonna start off with this journal. This is my weight loss journal. So this is something that is ongoing. I've only used it like this much in the past year, but I journal my thoughts about my weight loss in here. And you know, I just wanted to show people, like, this is where I started in the spring of 2023, and this is where I am right now. So that's a big difference in the way that I used to look. So I do this because sometimes the number on the scale doesn't match what I physically look like as far as changes. There were a couple of months in this past year where the scale didn't look any different, but my face changed drastically, and I needed these pictures to not feel bad about myself. So I'm still using this, and I'll continue to use this until it's full. And this is a what is this, from Create with Pen, I believe, one of their journals. So I just use that in this Moterm B6 cover because I have found B6 is my size. I love that size. A5 is usually too big. A6 is usually too small. I still have A5 journals and A6 journals, but my love is the B6. I use the A5 and the A6 for very specific things. So that's this one. This one is my Commonplace journal. Not everything in here is something that I can share with you, but I decorate it and use washi tape and use some like personal journaling prompts and stickers, and you know, like I print pictures in here. It's kind of a commonplace journal, affirmations, things I've learned, all of that. And again, this will be used up until I'm done. Again, from Create with Pen. And this is more like my sloppy copy Commonplace book, because whatever notes I take in here, I just kind of scribble them in, and then I go into this Commonplace book, which is new right now. It's an A5 Stalogy, and I copy all of my notes into this in a way that I can reference later, because with this one I actually have an index where I can put these things in. I just started this one, but that's how I use this. This is my sloppy copy. I write everything in the world in here. I don't care what it looks like, but I still make it look a little bit cute. But this one winds up being my one that I reference if there's something I want to look up. So whatever is sloppy in here gets copied in here neatly, because sometimes the notes I take in here, I don't really need all of them, but I write it down just in case. This is everything that I need to know. And again, this is an A5, and I don't know where I got this cover. So, but that's my cover for my Commonplace book. Next up is my journal, and this one you've seen a couple of times on here. I don't normally share what I have in here because this is like my personal thoughts journal. You know, like this one's okay for me to share. There's nothing in here, but you know, this is the one that I decorate and I put my personal thoughts in. You keep little memories that I want to journal about in. So that's going to stay the same again until I fill it up. I just started this in November, so you know, it's going to be quite chunky. December is only half over, and I've got it this chunky, which as you know, if you're a longtime viewer, it does not break my heart. Like, that's the goal. Make this thing burst at the seams. That'll make me happy. This is going to be my memory keeping planner for 2025. This is not where I share personal thoughts. This is used more like a reference book. There's my Kori. Not my boy, my friend's boy, but I love him. He's there to remember him. But I set this up in a video a couple weeks ago, but this is where I keep my memory keeping for, you know, a reference book. So, you know, like later in the year, if I'm like, you know, we went to this place on this day and something happened and I needed to remember what that something was, I can always come back in here and reference it. And that's how I use this planner. This is something that I keep forever and ever. I've got, I can't even tell you how many years I have of this, but I do reference it a lot. So when I write in here, I usually use my everyday journal to come back and write down important things to help me jog my memory. Like if I didn't do this in a day, this helps me jog my memory so I know what I need to write in here. Important stuff. Again, I cannot tell you how many times I reference this book over the course of a year or 2 years. All the time. But this is the one I'm going to have for 2025. Those of you who've been here for a while, you know, I did 2024 in my A5, which I like, but sometimes there's not enough for me to write in a day on an A5 page. So it looks really naked and that bothers me. So this year I went back to my B6 and that's where I'm going to stay. A5 is great for commonplacing for me, not so much for regular planning. So this will be my regular planner in 2025. And I got this new Moterm cover in red and I love it because red is my favorite color. So those were my journals for the year. These are my planners for the year. Okay, this one is my social media planner. This is my everyday planner. This is my business planner. And this is my spirituality planner. You've seen these two on the channel before. This one is a relatively new experiment I've been trying and I really, really love it. So it's staying. This one I don't share because this is personal and I don't share that online. But, sorry about that. But the guts in this reflect the same style as in these two. So I'm going to show you at least one of these. But first, let's get into my social media planner. Now this is an A6 Stalogy, and I decorate it because everything is decorated because I love stickers, and I won't use it if it's just plain and naked. There is nothing about me when it comes to planning that is minimalist. So if minimalism is what you're looking for here, you're in the wrong place. Just letting you know. But anyway, I love this idea because I like the Hobonichi Weeks style, but I don't like the size. I don't feel like there's enough there. I think sometimes there's too much there, sometimes there's not enough there, but this is just enough because I'm not going to be journaling in this. And that was my biggest, saddest thing was like if I used the weeks in the weeks, I never got around to using the journaling pages, which made me feel like I was wasting it. And nothing makes me sadder than a wasted journal. So I just draw these in every week and I write in what I've shared on Instagram and YouTube because those are really the only two social media things that I use because I'm old, man. Like I can't handle too much social media. I don't like it. It affects my mental health and I'm not here for that. So what I do is I go through and I plan what I want to do. Like this is my to-do list and then it winds up going over here if I'm able to get it done. Like weeks like this where I'm having 2 flare-up days and a bad mental health day, this list does not even remotely get finished. But I am, you know, this is awesome because this has helped me get my social media started again, I guess you would say. So even though my social media posts are somewhat hit or miss, this is what I'm hoping will help me get more ahead of the game, I guess, so that weeks like this where I've had, you know, like this week I was in a flare-up for until Saturday. So the entire week till Saturday. And when I'm in a flare-up, I can't really get off the couch. I'm in bed all day long. And while I'm bored to tears, and that would be a great time for me to post to social media, I'm not able to physically get up and do that. So my hope is that with this planner in the new year, I can get ahead of the game, start scheduling things so that way weeks when I have a flare-up don't affect everything so much. And I put in the monthly calendar from Peanuts Planner Co. so I can start tracking when I've posted what I've posted, because ideally I would like to see all of these boxes filled with something that I have posted. I don't know if that's too big of a goal, but that's my big goal for the year. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But right now, this is what's going to help me get ahead of the game, I'm hoping. So that's my social media planner. And I do really love it. And this is the perfect size because I don't need to write a dissertation for my social media posts. I just need to make sure that I'm planning them out and when I'm posting them. So this works great. Now, this is my everyday planner, and this has the same setup as my other two planners. I'm only going to show you this one because seriously, other than what the dashboards look like, the guts look exactly the same in the others. So this is my Dune in Moterm, and I keep in this pocket little like date covers, date stickers, that little thing. I've got little tabs because I use the tabs here. I use the Avery Ultra tabs in these big kind. I don't care for the tiny little ones because when I use the big ones, I put my stickers that I made on there, and I just love the way that this looks. And because I buy a personal wide, it doesn't, the tabs don't get smushed or anything. I've got plenty of room. I make my own inserts because I like a 5x7 true B6, even though B6 isn't quite 5x7, but relatively 5x7 insert. I don't like the Franklin Covey compact size because they're a little too skinny, because they're a little skinnier than this, I don't know, what do they call this in the Moterm planners? I have no idea. But they're a little bit smaller than this. And I've got all this real estate. Like, that's a lot of real estate in my planner that I should be allowed to use. I pay enough money for these damn things. I want all the real estate I can. So I print my own inserts and go from there. I do them like a 5x7. And then I just put some cute little art in here. I made this little vellum, and because it's vellum, it was see-through, so I just put a little white card. Actually, yeah, a little white card behind it so it looks a little better. So it's decorated for Christmas and it looks nice with this. I got this little insert, the I'm Not Like Other Girls, I'm Worse, from Vixie Plans. And I wish I knew where she got her vellum because I freaking love her vellum. It is wonderful. But I bought this from Vixie Plans because I think it's hilarious. This is my months for the year, year at a glance, that newsletter subscribers were able to get. This was a B6 sticker that I got from Sweet Kawaii Designs. I've bought several of these because I love the fact that it says introverted but willing to discuss dogs, because that is me to a T, along with books. I just stick some extra sticky notes here, some note paper, so if I want to just jot something down to remember later, that's there. And then I have my inserts. And the inserts for this planner, I went with a lot of like cottage core, and I made it in vellum, just because I liked that kind of muted kind of look. And it lays up against my calendar anyway, so it's not that big a deal. You can still see it really good. And then I just add my tab to it for the month. And then I've got my Peanuts Planner Co. month on one page where you can just fold it over, so it's a fold out. And I did that so I didn't have to do my month on 2 pages to save a little bit of room on my rings, because while I love to make these nice and chubby, I don't want to hurt my rings. So if it's chubbier out here as opposed to here, it should do fine. So I just have the month on one, the month on one page for all of these months, because as I plan, I go to this clear thing, which I can see. You can't see it on camera, but I get this from, was it Lauren Phelps Designs, and I put this little sticker pocket on it. This has a trigger list for when I'm planning. I can, you know, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. And this from Lauren Phelps Designs was just a pencil board that I had for my B12 journals, but I hole punched it, which probably wasn't the smartest idea because it was really hard to do, but I also slid it. So this can move around, and I keep the current month in this section. So as I'm planning, I use these inserts that I purchased from, I think it's Lights Planner Action. I think this is called the Rachel. I'm not positive. I would have to look that up, but I use these for my weekly planning, and when they are empty, do I have any empties in here? I do not. Maybe I have them in the back pocket here. No. But when they're empty, let's go back to one. Let me make sure off camera I'm not sharing something I shouldn't. Okay, I can share this. But the weeks looks like this. It's a week on 2 pages. And I literally just decorate it with some washi tape and a few stickers, and this is basically my to-do list. This planner, while it's not my memory keeping planner, this is the planner I use to help me jog my memory for my journal, for my memory keeper. This is my workhorse one for me. And this one also winds up being, I add these little ones. This is from Peanuts Planner Co. And I use these to help me track my medication, what I'm eating. You know, this was a flare-up week, so it just kind of went to crap. My exercise, protein, carbs, my medication, whether I journaled, you know, whatever it is I'm looking to track. So this goes in the middle of my week. And I use this every single day. This stays open on my desk. And like I said, I keep it in the middle of the planner with my pencil board. When I am done with the month, it gets filed in the month that it's supposed to go in. Right now we've got all the months on one side, but as the year goes, this will actually move along in the planner, because I'll probably put this, you know, as this fills up, then half of the year will go on the other side of this while the other side's here as it fills up. But for right now, all 12 months are on this side. So that's what that is. I also do my finances in here, which I'm not going to share online. And then I do like a weekly snapshot of what I've spent, so my husband and I can keep control of our finances. So I do a monthly snapshot, I do the weekly plan, and then I've got this section here, which I have paper clipped off because it is my weight loss tracked to see how much I've lost. And then behind this I have my passwords and stuff. This never leaves the house because this has too much information that I wouldn't want to lose and have someone have access to. But then right behind this is my sheet with all of my passwords. And then this section here has all of my medical information that I might need, any medications that I'm taking, surgeries I've had, diagnoses I have, allergies I have, which, you know, being someone who's chronically ill, that's a lot of information. And I have memory issues as a result of some of my chronic issues. So I have to have them written down. And then when I know I'm going to the doctor, I can just copy them and take a copy to the doctor, and I don't have to worry about what I'm remembering and what I'm not. And then this section is me keeping track of anything that I do with regards to the book that I illustrated, so I can keep track of how much money we're donating to charity and how much money was spent on author copies and all of that happy stuff. And again, not something I'm going to share online. So that's my everyday planner. Now, while the guts are basically the same in this planner, this is my work planner. Okay, so this I keep, oh, here they are. This is what the inserts look like when they're not written on. Let me see here. Where's the rest of the week? Or is this only the first half? No, this is only the first half of the week, but if you can imagine the other half. But this is what they look like before I get a hold of them. And I'm just storing those in here. And then I just have some cute little deco with my little bride and ollie clip and all of that. And then I have this sheet protector from Miranda Plans. I had her make one with my business name on it with this purple jelly because I really like purple. And then this one also has like my year at glance. This is just here so my vellum or this jelly shows up pretty. But I've got my year at a glance. I've got my business plan in here, which I'll share later. And then I also have my months in here. And these months I have, again, the month on one page from Peanuts Planner Co. And then I have my weekly. I messed up on some of these, so I printed them weird. But this is what it looks like. So this will be my weekly to-dos for each one. And then I have like all my dividers are my own art, because I thought, you know, I run my own art business, I should have my own art in. And I just took some of them that are stickers and made them into dividers. This is my D&D character, Bronwyn Puddle Jumper. She's awesome. She's a wizard. And then this is my middle of my planner thing. So this is the same thing where this year I did just to-do lists like this and time blocking, which I'm still going to do time blocking, but my to-do list will be on this thing. So I can use this daily for my to-do list, and then I can just keep track of the hours that I spend so I can time block, because if I don't time block, I find that I focus so much on getting one thing done that a lot of the other things I need to get done don't get done. So I use this along with a timer to focus more where I need to, because I'm finding that I'm so busy making the stickers and making sure that they're correct that I'm not spending enough time designing new ones. I love you, my girl. You are a good girl, but you need to get down. Mommy is working. Get down. Get down. Thank you. So just like my other planner, smack in the middle is what I'm working on currently, and then everything else gets filed in here. And like I said, I'm just using my own artwork for my dividers, and that's the way it's going to go through the whole year. Same thing as my other planner. My spirituality planner is set up exactly the same way, except I have a little different artwork for the dashboards. This is any notes that I have for when I upload my products to Etsy or to my website. This has like product descriptions, hashtags, what else is in there? Like the hashtags I want to use, color palette that it is, what size they are, what price they are, return policies, all of that. That's all in here, and I keep it separate so I can just literally come to this section. I know if I just see this part, I just flip it open. This is my finance tracker for my business, where I can have everything that's in and out. These are my goals, which I don't have written in here. This winds up just being extra note paper for right now, because I put my goals up in the front this year. So it's something that I can look at right away. So that's likely going to change to just like a notes section. Plus I have some addresses back here that I need to have, and then my page lifter. And like I said, my spirituality planner, exactly the same. I work in the middle and I store everything on the sides, because I don't mind writing on a big chubby stack like this. What I mind is when I'm over here and I'm hitting these rings when I'm writing. I don't like that. And if I do it in the middle, then I don't have that problem. It's super easy. So that's my planner stack for 2025, as if it's not enough. I know, like, this cover, Aura Estelle is where I got this cover. It's a second, because there was something wrong with it, but I looked through the whole thing. I have no clue what was wrong with this, but I'm happy to pay a super discounted rate for a really nice cover. So that's it. That's my planner stack. That's my journal stack. That's what I'm using all year round. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'm happy to share whatever I can, as long as it's not, you know, too personal. And I will see you guys in the next one. Give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Bye.